Hello my strong friends. In today's video I am going to answer some of your pregnancy questions from Instagram. Thank you all for asking me questions. I am 33 weeks pregnant at the time that you're watching this video, or I guess at the time that I'm posting this video, and I guess I want to make a quick disclaimer. I might make more and more pregnancy related videos, especially because it's almost over. Oh my God, it's almost over. Yeah, I might talk about pregnancy and pregnancy fitness a lot. If you're new here, hi, my name is Meg, and I make videos about strength training mostly, and some nutrition and fitness. And I have been lifting throughout my pregnancy. As I've gotten bigger and more evident that I'm pregnant, I've gotten a lot of interesting perspective and opinions on the fact that I'm strength training during pregnancy. So it will be super important for me to make whatever videos I have in mind on strength training while pregnant, and I will answer some of those questions in this video. So let's just get right into it. Okay, Denny Ma asks, was your workout routine pre-baby reduced in any way to assist in becoming pregnant? So I've gotten a few trying to conceive programming questions, and I did not really change much. I still lifted really heavy. I still trained hard. There is some consideration of stress on the body and overall stress in order to conceive. You do want to manage your stress. Sometimes that means stress at work. Sometimes that means physical stress that you're putting yourself through during your lifting sessions. I already run a strength program that manages fatigue, so you want to keep that in mind. Have something that incorporates deloads, is really considerate of progressive overload in a long-term way. And of course, I wasn't like maxing out or preparing for a powerlifting competition. That's not to say that people don't conceive while doing those things, but you may, and it took me about 5 months to get pregnant, you might want to consider your overall fatigue, and if your training and stress that you're putting your body through is adding to your stress. If you're not recovering from workouts, then I would use that as a sign to maybe scale things back a little bit in regards to intensity and volume. But overall, no, I would suggest, now that I'm on the other side of it, I would suggest if you're trying to conceive and continue to strength train throughout your pregnancy, I would work on your breathing and get that down. Visit a pelvic floor physical therapist to understand your pelvic floor and understand how you might want to adjust pelvic floor contractions in sync with your breathing while lifting. I have a series on that, and other than that, just keep training and getting strong. Holly Buckets asks, have you packed a hospital bag and what's in it? At 33 weeks, I'm just now realizing that I should probably do this. So I have a list of things that I need if you have given birth and have ideas on what else I should add. I might overpack just to be safe, but I'm gonna try to organize this so it's really easy to get things or tell someone, Ryan, to get me things. So yeah, that's my list. I've watched like a ton of YouTube videos and suggestions on what to pack. And yeah, I just want to be really comfortable. That's why I'm adding like my own pillow from home, my pregnancy pillow, and like body wash. I'm gonna get like nice body wash and shampoo and conditioner so that I can take a nice shower when everything's all said and done, and just try to make myself as comfortable as possible. Okay, I'm now in baby's room, which I haven't really showed you guys, but someone asked, which car seat and stroller did you choose? We're thinking of going with the Duna. I thought about the Duna because I think that's the one that turns into car seat into stroller. I could be wrong, but anyway, let me show you what we did get. We went with, I'll move this because I have that, which is a little bit bigger. We went with the Vista UppaBaby, the UppaBaby Vista. This is our stroller with the bassinet inside of it. This room is kind of a mess, but I love this. I think seems really smooth. Of course, I don't know how to describe a freaking stroller for you guys yet, but it seems really lightweight, really easy to get around. I will say it is super expensive, but the car seat that goes with it is I think the only one that UppaBaby makes, and this is the, what do I call this? Is there a name on it? Whatever the UppaBaby car seat is. So, yeah, as you can tell, I'm super aware of what's going on. This is baby's nursery. She won't be in here until she's old enough to sleep on her own and like has her sleep schedule figured out, or at least is sleeping through enough of the night. But I did use this room to set up some of her things. We are painting the walls, which is super exciting. I don't think this is exactly the color, but we're going with a super light purplish kind of color. The actual color that we're using is called Whisper Gray. So it'll be a different color in this room, and that actually starts this week. So that's my little nursery update. Things are getting real. Okay, moving on. Now we've got a fitness question. Joy asks, how do you get family to understand that lifting while pregnant can be safe? This is great. And I guess it brings me back to overall how you get anyone convinced of anything is that you can provide them with a scientific study or scientific research that proves what you're saying is true. And I say that because people have so many opinions around pregnancy because they have their own experience and what they were told by their doctor, whether that be 20, 30 years ago, and things have changed. Things have been updated and we just have more information now. I'm not saying we have a ton of information, but we do have more. So if you're someone who's struggling with opinions of, especially of people who are close to you, telling you that you're putting yourself or your baby in danger, you do want to provide them with facts. This is from the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, and this is the committee opinion. This is straight from them. So I'm gonna read it to you, okay? And I'll put it right here. Hopefully you can screenshot. So, concerns that regular physical activity during pregnancy may cause miscarriage, poor fetal growth, musculoskeletal injury, or premature delivery have not been substantiated for women with uncomplicated pregnancies. And that opinion is cited by multiple scientific studies and research papers. You can dig deeper and tell your family members to read the papers. But that is the committee opinion of ACOG. In the absence of obstetric, in the absence of medical complications or contraindications, physical activity in pregnancy is safe and desirable, and pregnant women should be encouraged to continue or initiate safe physical activity. Women with uncomplicated pregnancies should be encouraged to engage in aerobic and strength training exercises before, during, and after pregnancy. I will link that committee opinion down below, but truly that is the information that you need to provide those who tell you that you shouldn't be lifting. You can say, well, the opinion, the scientific agreed upon opinion is that what I'm doing is safe. And here's why. I also bring that up because a lot of times doctors will, not a lot of times, sometimes doctors will blanket give recommendations based on outdated research and recommendations that are not in line with this opinion, ACOG. That would be concerning to me if your doctor ever says something like, hey, you shouldn't lift over 20 pounds. Your follow-up question would be, well, why? Is there a specific contraindication that I specifically have to make it so that I can't lift 20 pounds? And see what they say. If your doctor is giving that blanket recommendation with no specific contraindication for you, then I'm not your doctor. I'm not a doctor. But I personally would find a new doctor, because what that is telling me is that this person is not up to date with their association's opinion and recommendations. They're not abiding by the literature that they should be. You know, you have to understand your doctor is there to keep you and baby safe and deliver your baby. That's what your doctor is there to do, to monitor the growth of your baby and deliver the baby. You'll be giving birth, but your doctor will be there making sure that everyone is okay. But it would just be a red flag to me if they're not even up to date with kind of basic general recommendations for physical activity. I'm gonna leave that committee opinion, and of course that is from ACOG, which is an American association, and that's what I've been leaning on for some of these things. They link tons of studies and tons of research that supports the agreed upon opinion that lifting is okay. Strength training is recommended throughout pregnancy. Okay, Rachel asks a kind of cool question. What has been your favorite week or weeks of pregnancy? I'm 30 weeks here, congratulations, and things are starting to get harder. 100%, I felt you right about the 30, maybe a little earlier mark. I was like, oh shit, I need to slow down. After 9 p.m., I couldn't stand anymore. So I had to start eating dinner a little bit earlier so that I could finish cleaning the kitchen and like be in bed and showered at an earlier time than usual. My feet just hurt. I'm tired of carrying all this weight around. I've gained about 27 pounds so far in pregnancy. So it just starts wearing on your body a little bit. You just get a little more tired. I will say the entire second trimester, I felt amazing. And I still feel amazing now, except for some acid reflux that I'm dealing with. But that to me seems like a pretty small symptom of pregnancy, and it hasn't been too gross. Yeah, I still have symptoms that are annoying and at sometimes painful. I have some SI joint pain every once in a while, but I do feel like I understand what I can do during my workouts and what I can do to help alleviate some of that pain. For SI joint pain, we cover this in our prenatal course that's coming up. I've tried things like an SI belt. I've been going to a Webster certified chiropractor, which has helped with the SI joint pain and round ligament pain that I experienced. But that pain that I'm experiencing is it's not chronic. It's every once in a while, like it's been a handful of days out of my entire pregnancy that I've felt some of those things, and it hasn't been so bad. Madeline asks, how do I manage back pain? I feel like back pain can show itself in several different ways. Like I just mentioned, I did have some SI joint pain, really low back, kind of in my pelvis region, low back pain. And then now I am noticing, because of my pregnancy pastoral changes and my posture changing, I am starting to feel some tightness in my mid back. I feel like I'm starting to lose some thoracic rotation and thoracic mobility. So it has been important to me to work in some thoracic mobility exercises before training, and breathing exercises where I'm focusing on that rib cage expansion, and that feels so relieving on my back. I do wake up most days and my back just feels sore. That started at about week 26, 27, but I've been trying to just every day work through it and ensure that I'm moving and getting rotation while I'm walking. I posted a ridiculous TikTok recently that explained this dramatic arm swing of walking that can provide some relief if you have like that mid-back tightness that I've been having. Victoria asks, besides coning, which here's an example of coning. Basically, coning is just a symptom of unregulated intra-abdominal pressure. She asks, besides that, is there anything else you want to watch out for working out while you're pregnant? There's a list of things that you want to watch out for that are more general health concerns. I'm going to put them here. So if you experience any of these, that's a sign that you probably need to stop exercise and call your provider. But when you're strength training, there are a few other things that you want to kind of keep at the forefront of your mind. Coning is one of them. Any signs of bulging and croning or signs of unregulated intra-abdominal pressure. A lot of times you'll see this with anything overhead, and you'll see this, so like things like lat pull downs or pull-ups, even lat pullovers. For me, I was surprised that that was one that kind of showed this symptom of unregulated intra-abdominal pressure. Things where you're hanging from the bar or exercises that are core focused. So you want to keep an eye out for that coning symptom. Maybe I'll make a video on coning just in general. Let me know if you guys want to see that. But also you want to be very aware of your posture while lifting. You want to focus on not overstretching the abdominals and not arching the back, because we don't want to further stretch out our six-pack muscles. They're already being stretched out, and you don't need to like push them, stretch them out even farther. So there are some exercises that maybe you don't want to avoid, but you just want to be cautious of your posture. Anything overhead. If you're strength training and you're used to kind of cheating your overhead press, which I do, and I teach that in my overhead press form videos, you might want to cheat a little bit so that you can lift more weight. You want to make sure to be a little more strict when you're pregnant so that you're not cheating and overstretching your back and overstretching your abdominal. Posture changes are something to keep in mind. Of course, you always want to have good form when you're pregnant. You want to be even more conscious of form, RPE, the intensity that you're lifting in. And then also you want to be really conscious of your breathing. Really conscious of your breathing through the lifts, and ensuring that you're managing that pressure. I have videos that cover general fitness recommendations and also breathing specific recommendations. So check those out in my pregnancy playlist. Okay, next question is what helped with your round ligament pain? I sort of already touched on this, but what helped me was a couple of mobility exercises. I think strength training definitely made it so that I didn't experience that much round ligament pain. And then seeing a Webster certified chiropractor also all helped with round ligament pain. Round ligament pain feels like someone stabbing you in the hip flexor. Preparing for birth, the pelvis and the bones in the pelvis and the tendons in the pelvis all soften. So what helps the instability in the pelvis is strength training and continuing strength training throughout pregnancy. That's probably one of the best things about strength training during pregnancy, is that you can limit pain, because sometimes things can just be painful. Someone asks, are you having a hard time accepting your new body image? I have not struggled with this at all, but I think that has to do a lot with my previous issues and I guess kind of conquering my own body image over the span of like 6 years. If you've ever seen my YouTube channel, or if you're someone who's been watching for a long time, then you know that body image and coming to terms with it is something that I've discussed a lot on this channel. If you're interested in hearing me talk about it, I would check out my fitness journey videos, and I really do talk about how I came around to the idea through weight fluctuations and through strength training and finding strength. Body image just became something that I worked through different experiences, and I feel really empowered with how I view my body. I wouldn't consider myself to be a person who's particularly body positive, but I like to rather focus on the fact that I don't need to be positive about every aspect of my body in order to be happy and fulfilled and satisfied with who I am as a person. I understand that there are times and days where I do struggle with it, but I feel really happy that I dealt with all of those things before pregnancy, because I can't imagine really struggling in the way that I had before with that now. There's just too much shit to worry about right now. And I'm glad for me that body image isn't one of them. Check out those videos that I made in the past, and I also wrote an Instagram 2-part post that touches on this, and actually shape.com featured writing that I wrote if you guys want to check that out. I think I have answered enough questions. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys are interested in checking out my prenatal program whenever it's ready, it will be released June 7th. So that is upcoming. I'll link it down below so that you have access to get on a mailing list so that you get a notification for that. I'm super excited about it. We feature my own personal pelvic floor physical therapist and our OBGYN who makes a few videos. That's Dr. Sarah Bjorkman, who has an awesome YouTube channel. I'll link them down below. Her and her husband run the channel together. She is an OBGYN and he is a pediatrician. So super interesting channel and awesome, very knowledgeable perspective. And I love the work that they put into their videos. So please do check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.